wait for this. I make the beat drop off.
I'm coming up. I think the world should know. Listen, Liverpool Football Club, you had one job. One. Uno. And you made a meal of it. Liverpool Football Club, let the record show that you let, you know what? Pardon my manners, people. Good morning.
Good morning.
From me to you. Back to Liverpool being the worst champions ever. Yeah, we're going to cook Liverpool today. It's a Liverpool cooking session. I'm going to lay off my team for a bit because we had a great weekend. But you had one job. You let Richarlison cuff his ear at Anfield. You know, I've lost track of how many teams have gone to Anfield and bust net, and we went there and left with, that clean sheet and all that shit. Yeah? Still mad about it to this day. But you, man, let Richarlison do this at your ground. You mad. At this point, it's legitimate. It's legit to ask the question, did Liverpool last year win the Premier League with Arne Slot? Or because of Arne Slot, or in spite of him? Because at this point, bro don't know if he's coming or going. He don't know his right from his left. What's he going to blame now? Can't blame the refs, can't blame the wind. Kickoff time, I used to complain about something. And this morning, I hear on DR Sports that they're still bringing up Jota's name, this shit is embarrassing at this point. In match week 30, that man's talking about the loss of Jota was always going to be a thing. In match week 30, like, come on, bro. Allow it. Let the dead rest in peace. You and your man, you're making a complete meal of this. 5-2, I predicted these men to put at least 5 passes, and you got the free kick. The Sabuzla masterclass. Vicario should have saved that shit, by the way. But it was all laid out for you, Liverpool. Like, we're just, you know what? I can't let the comments get away before I cook Liverpool, you know what I'm saying? LFC Monster, show your face. Because on the back of that, you have to depend solely, completely on your heritage to get you through against Gala, because it's not looking good. If Tottenham can come there and do that to you, man, watch out for Gala. Big up to Kwaja. Liverpool, the biggest losers for real. They're involved. Is that broski? Wow. Hey, did you collect 3 points this weekend, my friend? Did you up 3-point collected? The Carriot, the Michael Carriot, it just keeps on rolling. Actually, well, I predicted you to win that game. Now, just quick disclaimer, I have to put my predictions back out. Got to get some egg on my face. Got egg on my face for my game. That's what I thought would happen. More egg on my face there. Big up, bro. Waffle Down. He predicted a 2-2 draw. I gave these men some grace. Speaking of biggest losers, they don't get off scot easy. Transfer ban and all that, suspended. And then we see Newcastle, who are in the Champions League with a good shout, turn up to, Stamford shit. And then man had Tonali out, Doug J out, Bruno G out, rotated their squad because they got a big Champions League game. Turn up the Stamford Bridge, walk the ball in your net, and chill for the rest of the game. So Chelsea, they're involved. I had Man United winning 1-0, but they did us 2 goals better. Like, damn. And this mother, you had one job to help us relegate Tottenham, and you let them man come to Anfield and take a point and should have won the game if we're being honest. Richarlison, you should be ashamed of yourself, Liverpool. You have Richarlison cuffing his ear at Anfield, my brother. Oh my days. Yeah, but they're the Black Queen say Chelsea, for fuck's sake, they're involved. Prediction for tomorrow: 2-0 Arsenal. We'll see. We see how it goes. Villa has to be Villa. They held what? 3. Held 3 from United. Listen, the Unai Emery thing, it's all falling apart, is it not? It's all coming off the rails. This is the time of year that Unai Emery turns to shit. We have seen it. We have a front row seat to the Unai fuck up. It's not new. Remember the year we got, I think we finished on 70 points or 71 points, when we had all we had to do was beat Crystal Palace to get Champions League football, and he fucked that as well. You know, this is the time of year. Now, watch him go on and do a madness in the Europa League. That's what he does. So if Europa League is your thing and that's your aim as a football club, hey, get to the Champions League that way, he's your guy. But right now, it looks like it's going to be the traditional top 5 getting Champions League spots. You know what I mean? They're going to do it. They're going to do it. It's over for them. And I think their next couple of games are against relegation fodder. So they have a problem, a massive problem. Big you up. Big up Gunnar SC. I hope you're having a pleasant afternoon. Are you in good spirits today? Please let me know if you need anything. I'm good, my G. I'm good. I just woke up. I'm getting the stream in a little bit early because, I got family in town. It's spring break. A lot of schools, not all, but, each state has their own spring break rules and windows. So it's spring break, so I have family in town, so I'm going to show them around the city today. So, I might not even get to catch the Champions League game tomorrow because I'll be out. And big up to man like Jagans in the house. Jagans, what you telling me? Big up, Madrid.
Hello, Africa. How are you?
Oi. Big up to the Don. Yes, my brother. Wow, good. Honors and manners, my G. Hope everything blessed. You hear me? Oh, it's that. Big up to Brian. Brian, we got to talk, bro. We have to talk. What the hell is going on? Stalemate with the ref. PSG rested players for you. Newcastle rotate this team, come to the damn Stamford Bridge and just walk the ball in your net and then defend for the rest of the game. This football comes at you quick, The Villa game. Was it the Villa game where homeboy had a hat trick? Yao Pedro. Yao Pedro has a hat trick, and he is the signing of the season, best shit in the world. Yesterday, the same people were here saying this shit. Like, why are football fans like this? Our fan base is littered with them, but you know what? You would think our fan base is the only ones that have them. And I'm here with the receipts to be like, no. Those Chelsea fans who do content have to answer for the shit that the people in the comment section does. That's just how YouTube works. But big up, Brian. But it's not a good look. We're not even talking about the transfer ban yet, suspended and all that shit. But big up to Hendo as well. I'm a weatherman. Hope you're good, man. So Liverpool made a piss poor Spurs look decent. Yeah, now these men feel like they got life. Breathe life into Spurs. And I'm seeing Tobes who fully accepted their relegation fate just 3 days ago, saying, "Oh, wait till man get back from international break. Wait till man get back from injuries." If you're those players, you men are still fully in the relegation zone. Don't come back and try to keep them up and end up and letting them get relegated on your watch. James Madison, Kudus, Kulusevski, all these men. Let's chill out. Let these men go down. But the biggest loser of the weekend, even though Liverpool didn't lose, it has to be them. I know Villa held 3, but they were away. And we already know that this time of year, Unai does what Unai does. Chelsea are up and down. This damn Rustinho, yeah. Now, brother, it's all good that the honeymoon period is over. This is what I be telling, man. Like, if Graham Potter had a chance to do that shit over, he would have stayed his ass at Brighton. The grass ain't always greener at Chelsea, my friend, because you can lose 6 games at Brighton and no one gives a shit. You lose 3 games at Chelsea, and then all of a sudden you're West Ham level, and you couldn't even hack it there. getting sacked at West Ham. So he should have stayed his ass. He's not Chelsea level manager, bro. He's not talking about he's going to complain to the referee association about the referee standing in the center circle for kickoff. Like, what is man on? The honeymoon period is over, bro. It's all good and well getting beating Charlton, Wrexham, and Hull and shit. But you run up against PSG, slap. You come up against Arsenal 3 out of 4 times, you lose 3 of them. Newcastle. He needs to fix up, or it's going to be long. Big up, Binks. Hope you're good. Manners and respect to Wahaha. 3-point collector. Just throw it in the bag. Got your 3 points. Just throw it in the bag. Arsenal's still the only team not to score against. It's mad. Now, I know that they've kept other clean sheets, but this season, I think they've kept like 6 or 7 clean sheets. 2 of them have been against us, home and away. To this day, I'm vexed about it. To this day. But the revisionism will have you believe that we went there and played well. You know. Yes, man. Yes. Big up, my brother. Hope you're good. Guna Rican in the house. What you telling me, Guna? You good, yeah? I predicted a 1-0 Everton and West Ham 4-0. Yeah. Have to put it out there. So, were you confident on Saturday? Were you? I don't know. Big up to BX Gunner, man. Hope you're good, my G. Joins is in the building. Anaz. I'm here watching Pippin's highlight from 93-94, and there's another player that's levels above Bron. Oh, Scotty. Scotty is levels above Bron. These highlights are taking me back. They can't fool me with this LeBron fuckery. The thing is, the game was too physical for him. Like, you know, people talk about how he's physically imposing 6'8", 260, blah, blah, blah. But he plays like a bitch, doesn't he? For someone that big, he sure flops a lot. And you ain't getting up this easy. Tell many times. How many times do I have to tell you about this Liverpool team? Well, it's Tottenham. It's Tottenham. I fully hear what you're saying, but brother, it is Tottenham. Everyone else been clapping cheeks. How is Liverpool just gonna go marry the Barracks bunny? Everyone been busting these men up. Everybody. Anfield is a fortress. Isn't that what they say? Come on. It's Tottenham. I fully hear what you're saying about Liverpool, bro. But these men have not won a game since December. It's mid-March, bro. Do they have another game in March? Who they have next? Not even sure, because I don't have their schedule. They're so irrelevant. I don't even look at their fixtures. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I think they have a game this week. They don't win that, we're going to April after international break. These men haven't won a goddamn game in about 4 months, a Premier League game. And they're going to Anfield. And I meant not to be confident. Tottenham. They let Richarlison cuff his ear for an equalizer. Man didn't go grab the ball and run to this, and we can win this and still get something. It was like, yeah, I'm good with a point. This is how you know these men aren't really conscious that they're in a relegation fight. That they had an opportunity to get 3 points and was satisfied with 1. And on the run of play, they should have beaten Liverpool. But even then, Ekitike had a clear run on in stoppage time. Two Liverpool players to his right, another Liverpool player to his left, and fucked it. So they could have lost the game, and then you would have cuffed your ear and looked like a dickhead again, the same way you did the chicken dance a couple of years ago, take your shirt off and all that shit. Tottenham. They had one job. But now, it's Liverpool. Be like, Liverpool, yep. You turned in Jurgen Klopp's homework, and last year the team wanted in spite of you, not because of you, because he ain't doing nothing, bro. Nothing. I got my mod status stripped. Well, really, what the hell's going on, man? What the hell is going on? Are mods taking spots from other mods? Is that what's going on? Let me go into my studio settings, Guna Rican, because I don't know what's going on with this mod thing. Seriously, don't. But let me see what the hell's going on. I just resetted my entire community moderation. And your name is right there in there. So you should be see. If you're not seeing that you are modded, I don't know what the hell's going on. My apologies. Sky Sports, Chelsea, £10 million fine, 1 year transfer ban, can't even sign academy kids. So, this is what we talked about when we see Man City that was signing up all these players, signing Haaland to a death row contract, throwing 300K at Gahey, throwing 300K at Donnarumma, and locking down these men to a long-term contract. That's, you put two and two together, and you aggregate the evidence, and you say they have a transfer ban looming as well. That's why they're locking all these players down. Because I don't think City will get relegated or doing it. The worst that's going to happen is a transfer ban. It might be a transfer ban, but it might be suspended, where they can still sign players, but if they have any more infractions in a 2-year period or 3-year period, whatever they adjudicate, then they will, take those transfers away and all that shit. But yeah, the Reece James contract, the Cole Palmer contract, those death row contracts, like Chelsea, they knew this shit was coming, or I believe so at least. You know what I mean? But that's not the news that they need going into a final or a Champions League knockout game against a rested PSG team who postponed their game midweek so they can at the weekend so they could fully focus on Chelsea. You can cook Chelsea as much as you want. We deserve it. It's nowhere near the amount of our own fans cook our team. Nothing else to say. We are rubbish. Yeah, that boy needs to fix up, man. He probably needs to fix up. But big up to Binks. Hope you're good, Binks. What you telling us? Big you up?
Big up, big up. All of the woman them, big up, big up.
All of the woman them. Big up, big up. And a happy belated Mother's Day to you, Binks, in the event that you are a mother. Don't know if you are or not. If not, happy Mother's Day to your mother. Player of the Match award made. Hey, you get no arguments for me. But the defensive players are good as well. The sheets were clean, and we were fully. I was fully accepting that. You know what? This is going to be a draw, and then it's going to be back in City's hands. Now, the thing is, I do believe that the way we won our game had an impact on Man City. I think it took the air out of them because for 89 minutes they were excited and they felt like, oh shit, Arsenal are going to let us back in it after we've given them so many opportunities to pull away from us. They're going to let us back in it. And the fact that we won it at the end, Gyökeres and Max Diamond putting the icing on the cake, I think that took the air out of them because City just looked like scored a fluke goal. Bernardo Silva wasn't trying that. He was trying to chip the damn ball. But I think it took the air out of him, and it shows. And I hope that shit carries over to tomorrow. Because there's this, I don't want to see these men win. I want them men to get punched up in the Champions League. I fully hear the shot where, if they go through against Real Madrid, they're gonna have more games to play. They're gonna be tired. They're gonna no. I want a dark cloud hanging over them, man, going into the final, because they're gonna play their game in the final regardless. We're gonna play our game in the final regardless. I don't think Arsenal is gonna change how we play football against City and play, blister attacking football. It's gonna be more of the same that we saw. We just hope we have enough to hold them off, nick a goal, hold them off. That's how we're going to win this final. And I'm fine with it. When there's a trophy on the line, shit house it however you can. However you want to screw this pooch, Mikhail, you go ahead. But on Sunday, I don't have any issues with your tactics. I don't have any issues with Mikhail's lineup. Just win the game. That's the task at hand. Just win. Chelsea will try to thug it out and play dirty in the FA Cup, trying to intimidate us. Who does Chelsea have? They have Port Vale, don't they? They have Port Vale, so they're going to Wembley. So, we might, but hopefully they get City or Liverpool, one of them. And I'm rooting for us to get West Ham or Leeds. That's what I'm on, BX Gunner. So we could, the next time we see Chelsea, it's going to be at Wembley. Semi-final or final. Yeah. They will beat Port Vale and make their way to Wembley. I wonder if they will face Man City or Liverpool. At this rate, it's a toss-up between Liverpool and Man City. And either one, Man City or Liverpool, both could be out the Champions League, and that's the only thing they're playing for by the time that game is played. Because this game is played on April 4th, I think, right after the international break. But either one, will be a tough task for Chelsea, to be fair. Too much performative acting from Rissenor. They're stuck with him. You agree, Brian? It seems like he thinks he's at Strasbourg, or he seems like he wants to come across as this tough guy. Remember the game against Arsenal? Stay in your half, stay in your fucking half. He comes at this press conference with chest, like, brother, you need to be humble. Because this London media will be onto you. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know who's learning that the English media isn't their friend? That Arnslot. Remember last year, how they were kissing his ass? He was giving elaborative answers whenever he spoke. He never gave yes and no answers. Arteta would give a yes and no answer and walk the fuck out. And we criticize him for him, be like, nah, stay here and face the music. You know, don't stand here just when you win games and have these long-winded answers, like your Manny on Arsenal Revolution TV. Big up Manny. But Manny with them long-winded answers, you know. It'd be an 8-man panel. You know, like Brother Rashid, if it's gonna be an 8-man panel, man can't take 8-10 minutes to get their point across, bro. Because then you only speak once, and you're almost at an hour and a half show. But those long-winded answers that Arnslot used to give out, the media loved him for it. And now the same media that loved him last year is on to him. So that Russ in here, he's about to learn quickly. Like, brother, this tough guy image that you're putting out, you need to karma. My players huddle around the ball to respect the ball. Wait, shut the fuck up. Slap. But yeah, it seems very theatrical with him. You know, but brother, need to chill out a little bit. Once we beat Southampton in the quarterfinals FA Cup, I want to see either West Ham or Leeds. Yes, that's what I'm on. And big up to the bro, Matty. Big up to the legendary Southern Gooner in the building. Big you up. What you saying, cuz? Liverpool out here moving like the 03 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You remember that? Because they punched up, was it the Oakland Raiders in the Super Bowl in 02? And next year, they were nowhere near it. The Southern Gooners. Listen, Matt is on his shit, you know. Man is big him up, man. And big up to Gianni. Love my bro. Hope you're good. Anazal Manas. That was a great reference still with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Worst champions ever, bro. And I know Chelsea won the league in 2015 and 2016 had a drop-off, but we know that the players quit on Mourinho. Let's gonna be honest. The players had down tools, right? Now I'm talking about the Premier League because we can go to Serie A and say, I know Gianni. Oh, look away, Gianni. Napoli won Serie A and then finished like 40 points off the league title. But for the Premier League, for Liverpool to walk the Premier League the way they walked it, and they did walk it, 10 points clear. Now they find themselves, what, 21 or 30? How fucking far are they behind us? Like 20 points. So it's like a 30-point swing in match week 30. With the transfer window that they had, every single one. Maybe, I think Wahaha is the only one in the chat that probably didn't think Liverpool were going to repeat. And Mido. Mido that in the chat. But Mido, from the beginning, said, you man don't retain shit. You man are not retaining. But LFC Monster, you must come to the carpet, my friend. You must. You absolute must. The timings is all fucked. The timing with what? Where we at? Oh, the timing with the fines. Okay. Yeah, they got fines. So yeah, Binks, the City one. The only thing I can think of is that the details they're so packed that legal jargon, they have to unpack all of that before they adjudicate a decision. And when you are state funded, when you can afford the kind of lawyers and attorneys and solicitors that a Saudi king can afford, litigation will get dragged out. Now, I do believe that their strategy is drag this shit out as long as possible till people no longer care. But at some point, they will have to make a decision. And this is the thing. If Man City don't win the league this year and Pep leaves and City have another poor season last year, people will legitimately stop caring. And unless Man City bring in a big-name coach to take him back to prominence, because people, let's be honest, people don't even care about City now. They only care about City because Pep is there, and for Football Manager, when we have to put some of their players in our damn team, no one cares. And I'm hearing people talk about LB, right? LB, the City fan, who is a real City fan, by the way. He's not a glory hunter. And the Hamzas and the Vaders, Hamza, Vader, Patrick, all these City fans, I don't believe them. I think they're fake. You know, I think it's all theatrics with them when they go on Football Terrace. I think they're all fake. LB and Daps and Big Steve, yeah, I can hear them, man. But the rest of them motherfuckers, fake. Fake. Clip this shit and send it to him. Don't care. What am I going to beat me? But LB this morning was like, yeah, if Pep goes this year, just go to Bayern Munich and get Vinny. I'm like, what? You think Vincent Company is going to leave Bayern Munich, the biggest club in Germany, to come to the smallest club in the Big Six to compete when he can win Champions League and Bundesliga titles at will? They went down to 9 men yesterday and still got something out of Leverkusen. You know? Man is not coming up here to City to compete, especially with the Jeremy Dokus of the world who can't score goals. Happy feet, the Belgian Iwobi. Savinho has tech, but I heard that boy has scored 1 goal in the Premier League in 2 years. Like, don't know the stats. That is mad. This is what I get from the semifinal. Yep. He will be here. He best show up here soon. Monster. Or I might take his wrench away. Nah, I ain't playing his wrench. He has to, man. But I don't know. I don't know if it was him or KJ, but one of them was kind of nervous about going into the game. And we were trying to reassure him, like, brother, it's Tottenham. Come on, man. It's Tottenham. And you're at home. And I'm sure you've beaten Tottenham. I'm sure Liverpool beat Tottenham in the reverse fixture. Sure they had. Can't justify the way we're playing right now. What is it? What the hell is going on, Brian? The players are the players. Palmer, Caicedo, Enzo. Now, do you pack it in? Because if Chelsea was competing for the Premier League title, people would understand if they rotated players for the second leg, because you're down 3 goals. But when I see PSG postpone their game and rest their players, they fully expect that Chelsea are going to go strong. Could Chelsea turn around a 3-goal? Hey, that would be mad, you know. If Chelsea and City turn around their fixtures, then for sure the Premier League are getting their 5 slots for the Champions League. Because right now it's looking sticky. I do think that the Premier League will get their 5 slots because I think the coefficient is they're first right now with like 22 points, and behind them is Germany and Spain on like 17. Even if a lot of the teams go out tomorrow, I do think one of them might leapfrog the Premier League but it's the top 2 coefficient that gets the 5th spot. So I think the 5th spot is safe, which is a saving grace for Chelsea and Liverpool. Because I do think Aston Villa are going to just fall off. Unai is just doing what he does this time of year in the Premier League. In the Cups, he's going to go on a run. You know, Richarlison, you know, cuff in his ear for equalizer. Get the ball and go beat Liverpool, bro. You're in a relegation fight. That's what tells me, Binks. He's not locked in. Like, you are actually in a relegation fight. On Sunday, you have a 6-pointer versus Forest. Forest, who need to win, by the way, because they drew 0-0 at, was it Fulham? Mad. Hey, man, Sunday night was large, my brother. Large. When I even did brown stew the snapper. When I even didn't steam it, my brown stew it. Yeah. Manners are manners. Yesterday, I was wrong about Man U Aston Villa. But I said Tottenham will get a result. You called me out yesterday. I called out Wahaha as well. I was like, brother, it's Tottenham. It's Tottenham. I need to put that energy in the air for them, man, to get relegated. We all need to. Let's not get sidetracked by the result and then picking up a point at Anfield. Let's still say Tottenham are going to get relegated. Yeah? Put that energy out there. Because the only thing that would make the Premier League win sweeter is if they're no longer in the Premier League. But Liverpool, you had one job. One job. Get a result. Now, Sheldon, did you say that because you don't rate Liverpool? Or you actually believe that Tottenham had something about them? Because their men were down 3-0 in the Champions League on 17 minutes, and they're going to the hardest ground in the Premier League, we were told. Yeah. And Villa did get back into the game before they shit their pants. You know what I mean? Chelsea fined over £47 million worth of secret payments. Now, was this the Willian and the David Luiz thing? Don't know. But the fine is the fine. I don't know what's up with YouTube, man. And as much money as we pay these fuckers, as much money as we make these fuckers, I think they would give us a better product, you know. Hey. Your mother's still with us at 82. That's love. That's great. Big you up, Binks. And happy Mother's Day to you again. Matter of fact, were you here yesterday, Binks? If you weren't here yesterday, oh shit, I deleted it, didn't I? Because I got copyrights yesterday for the Mother's Day song. But oh well. Mother's Day copyright strike. I will take that all day. Big up to the Toronto Guna. Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, Majena. Big up to my broski, Yaga P. Hope you are good, man. Manners. Inconsistentino. Morning, Captain BBK. Hit the likes. Hey, big up, man. Big you up, man. Appreciate you. I'll get this daps. Let's hope Man City continue with their bad form and continue to drop points in the Premier League. Kwaja, they have one more fuck up in them before the horn sounding, the bells ringing, the full orchestra, and the choir singing. Ocean's calm and the river's flowing right now. But Man City go to Chelsea when we get back from the international break and the ship wobble a little bit, and we beat Bournemouth. Oh shit! Listen, party time. Party turn up over yourself. We ready. But it seems like a lot of content creators, a lot of Arsenal fans want to be the first one to say the league is done. It's over. I'm not one of them. I do feel good about our chances, but I'm not ready to declare this shit over. And here is why. We are 9 points clear with them having the game in hand. Those are the facts of the situation. That's what the math say, right? If we had already played them, I would feel some type of way. I would feel differently. Right, so let's just say they win their game in hand at 6. Okay, that can happen. That's not crazy. They can win their game in hand. That makes it 6. Man City can beat us at the Etihad. It can happen. I know we're great and we're flying high. They can beat us. So if they beat us at the Etihad, then it becomes 3, and that's in match week 33. So then we will have 15 points to play for with a 3-point lead. Do you think that's safe? That's a big. Well, you could even call out goal difference an extra game because it's +7 now. Man City can put 7 past people, but it's rare. But they can make that up over a couple of games. I'm saying if everything goes in their favor, it's a 3-point lead with 15 points to play for. They can make that up. They can. Now, Arsenal Football Club just need to make sure that this is the task at hand. You win 4, and everyone is saying it's 5, but if you win your next 4 Premier League games, the title is ours because Man City is included in our next 4. The maximum amount of points they can get right now is 85. If we win our next 5 games, that's 85 points. But we don't need to win our next 5 because they are in the 4th game. So if we win, we take 3 points from them. The max they can get is 82. And in that game, we would have accrued 82 points. So 4 is the magic number. Because we can get 1 point from 5 games. Right? So if we beat them at the Etihad, they win all their games, we win all our games going up to that point. We will have 82 points when we play them. Then we will only need, if we beat them, we will only need 1 more point to win the league. Listen, you say that out loud and Tony Claude hears it, he is going to go crazy. Going to go crazy with Tony. Tony's probably already gone crazy. That's right. But, and I'm saying that with City winning all their games. 1 more wobble in them. They go to Stamford Bridge, and our resident broski, Brian, champion of the world, does us a favor. Then, yeah. Horn sounding, bells ringing. The full orchestra is out, and it's a party over here. Thickest book. I told y'all yesterday when I went on Expedia and looked at flight plans from SeaTac Airport to Heathrow, them fuckers went up 35%. If I check this morning, it's probably going up some more. So at the next Man City hiccup, if they have one, I am booking parade settings. I am there. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy it with some insurance, though. Just in case, because we are the Arsenal. We need to win by any means necessary. Yeah. You know what? Arteta has a good record at Wembley. Long. That's what I heard this morning. Yeah, he doesn't lose at Wembley. How often does he go to Wembley? You know what I mean? But I do pick us to win the damn EFL Cup because it's one of the trophies that I picked us to win in August. Long time now. Yes, big up to the doctor. Hope you're good, man. Manners and respect. And I know the doc remembers the 03 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tony Dungy settings, you know. Manny is like the Shakespeare of footy. Manny just too damn long-winded. That's what the hell it is, bro. Rashid be like, Manny, what you think of the game? The stream is over. I just it's calm in it. So I keep my points. I like 3 minutes or less because I'm conscious that there are 8 people here, and I'm conscious of people's time, man. If you have an 8-man panel and each guy talks for 10 damn minutes, bro, the show is damn near an hour and a half, and you've only spoken once. Like, it's not that type of panel type shit, man. I try not to waffle, which is why I do my own show. I know I win longer than sports prep drop. It's fine, man. If it's a a go around and everyone is bouncing off each other, there's good vibe. But when it's just and you're like, damn, you're gonna end now. Because Manny will do some shit like, I'm sorry for rambling on after he done rambled for 8 minutes, but I'm sorry for rambling on and then ramble some more. But he is easy to listen to though, because he does make a lot of great points. It's just long. Before you blink and you're sitting there for an hour. You know what I mean? Rissenor is like them young university professors are trying too much hipster. Yeah. He wants to have his thesis published all over the world that he's, the god of philosophy since Socrates or some shit. But yeah, he's doing too much, bro. Like, it's Charlton and Wrexham and Hull it's all good. But when you came up against Arsenal, you fucked it. You showed up at the Emirates defending a 1-goal lead in the second leg of the EFL Cup. Like, 1-goal deficit? Like, what are you doing, bro? And so 3 L's versus Arsenal. So Arsenal is in his head. If they draw us in the FA Cup, he's gonna do some more madness. Yeah, man, big up the Southern Guna every time. We will talk about it. That was you know what? That 0-2 Super Bowl was just like the 0-3 Super Bowl was just like the Champions League final. It was one-way traffic. It was all PSG. Inter was down. The Bucks are statistically the worst team in the NFL, I think, which is crazy. You know what? They need to bring Tony Dungy back. Do that. Just saw Reece James out with a hamstring injury. I told him this. After they played us, I was like, Reece James played a full 90. He's injured next game. I don't believe that. I think he plays tomorrow. Because if he doesn't play tomorrow, Chelsea has no shot. The chance that they have now, they do have a pulse. But if he doesn't play tomorrow, it's long. There's no leadership on that pitch without him. If Rustinho gets sacked, does people trust these owners and sporting directors to bring in a proper coach? I don't. And I don't know if I said this to you before, Brian, but I was telling all the Chelsea fans on this side of the world, right, that this is what happens when American owners get their fingers in your team, bro. They get their claws in you, they're going to suck you dry. Pause. But you know what I mean. I thought they would repeat. Okay. Before the season started, but as it did, they were shit, they were rubbish, they were diabolical, and they still are. I can't believe it. When I saw this, listen, full disclaimer, I didn't get to watch the whole game. I'm like, okay, Liverpool at home, 1-0 lead is going to be enough. It's Tottenham. And I went out, man. Running around the city, running around the town with my sister. And come back and I see 1-1. I'm like, there is no way. How have Liverpool let it get this bad? It annoys me when they bring his name up because they didn't bring his name up when they were 5 for 5. That was a massive factor, but they didn't bring this up at all when they were 5 for 5. They were like, we're champions, it's championship DNA, we're top. What you're doing is not sustainable. We told them. They said, no, shut up, we're top. And as soon as the little wobble comes, it seems like the easy out for them, and they're using it as a crutch. Down in match week 30. You know what I mean? So it is a factor. It's a big factor. But you know what's a factor? Darwin Núñez, who used to press for him and work hard for the team, even though he wasn't scoring. Luis Diaz. Did Liverpool think like Luis Diaz, like they were too big to give Luis Diaz a pay raise? Do they think they were bigger than Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich sits at the table for biggest clubs in the world, bro. You can't fuck around with these, man. They're in a fantastic city. They win, and they pay good wages. So you think you can dilly-dally on someone's money when they just won you a Premier League and just rest on your name? He's up out there. That's a good shout. That's the Darth catching strange. Reece James hamstring injury. PSG coming in town. When it rains, it pours. It's going to rain goals tomorrow if that's the case. You know, like it could be long. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to him. But the Liverpool fans will not let him rest in peace. Every time they lose a game, they blame him. That's match week 30. You can go 5-5 with. If you can start the season 5-5 with the Jota thing fresh in your head, you can beat Tottenham at home in match week 30, 25 goddamn weeks later. You know what I mean? 6-year extension. And the announcement of this, like they announced the Reece James contract conveniently in it. Right after that, this is the PR piece of the club that the Chelsea fans are going to have to get used to. You think the timing of the Reece James contract was a coincidence or an accident? That contract's been signed and sealed. But they needed something to distract from the shit performance away in Paris. So they announced the contract. Reece wasn't going nowhere. Does anyone think Reece James was ever going to leave Chelsea? Hell no, he's a legend there. And even with his injury problem, they still love him because of what he's done for the club. I think he's the only. I was saying earlier that he was the only one from the Champions League winning side. But someone in the chat reminded me that Trevor Chalobah was there as well. The reason why I had forgotten about Chalobah is because Chelsea had loaned Chalobah to West Ham like 2 seasons ago. Only to realize that Disasi and Badi Yashil were in it. They had to recall him from loan. Looks like Mosquera might play right back tomorrow versus Leverkusen. I'm fine with that. As long as Max features. The only thing Arteta can't do, what he cannot do, is play the same team. He cannot give Casper, the Leverkusen manager, the same look that he did last Wednesday. Because dude only needed 45 minutes to work us out. Now he has 90 minutes of footage, 90 minutes of film. So if you put the exact same team with the exact same tactics, he can hurt us. Maybe try Gabriel Jesus at left wing. I don't know. Try something because he's fresh. He's got fresh legs. The manager chose Max, a 16-year-old, to come on and change the game over one of our highest paid players. That's damning. You know? Is Max even on a professional contract where he can be paid these exorbitant amount of money? Nah. Jesus is on, what, 2-something, 250, 240? And the 16-year-old was chosen to come. Yeah. He'd be insane to leave Bayern. It's like going from the Yankees to the Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates, vintage Barry Bonds days. Barry Bonds, he started. Had a Hall of Fame career at Pittsburgh, by the way, before he went to the Giants and got juiced up. Just a little MLB baseball nugget there for the people. And make sure you join us on Friday for the Around the League show with me and bro Gianni. We still have to work out of time, but that will be a weekly show for me and the Broski. Give the people what they want. Big up to Hendo. Ecstasy. Do you believe that if City get knocked out tomorrow, is going to be pressure for Arsenal because City will go hard in the league? I think City went hard in the league yesterday, Ecstasy, or Saturday. I think the way we won took the air out of them. And this is the thing. I only need City to lose one more. Not even lose. Well, we can call it a loss because a draw at this point is a loss. If you are Man United, if you're a Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Villa, Arsenal, City, a draw at this point is like a loss. Because we didn't even leave City to lose yesterday, and just look how them dropping points lifted the Arsenal fan base. It's complete elation. So because there are people who are saying it's already over because with 6 point clears fully in our hands. But one more fuck up from Man City, and I'm horn sounding, bells ringing, full orchestra, and the choir singing. The ocean's calm, rivers flowing. Don't stop. Keep on going. Go get the damn trophy. Villa going for the Europa Trophy. They are slipping. The way them men are slipping down the table. And they have Man City at the last day. So their Premier League, their Champions League fate could rest in that very competition because they are slipping right now, bro. And Unai, he was trying to do the right thing. He played Sancho midweek and rested some of his guys because Sancho couldn't play against Man United, his parent club. But that Yuri Tillemans injury has really, really made Unai have to get creative, and he hasn't found any solutions. He has not. This is what we know him for. This time of year, this is what Unai does. And this time of year is usually when the hammies go, you know what I mean? Maybe he rests his hamstrings and he'll be back for that game, because that game is not until they have Everton away before they play Man City. So, big up to the assembled. Hope you're well, sir. Thank you for being here. Getting your daps from the Southern Guna. Liverpool dog shit as well. It's which one stinks more. Biggest loser of the weekend. Liverpool dropping points at home to relegation fodder. That could have made football make sense. Because Tottenham deserves to get relegated. I'm not going to lie, bro. They're so bad. Or Chelsea losing at home to Newcastle. Villa was going to lose at Old Trafford, bro. This version of Villa, this time of year, this is what they do. But I am so upset at Liverpool. We don't need them to be in a row. Yeah. But if we take it away from 5, if we take it away from 4, because we win 4 in a row, this Premier League is ours. Done. Dusted. If we win 5 games in general, 5 out of 7, that's the task at hand, Mikhail. No pressure. Only a Premier League title on the line after 22 years of waiting. You know what I mean? No pressure. But you know what? It's just, it is hard to win 4 games in a row, Gunnar SE, because if we look at Man City's form, they haven't lost a game since they lost the Manchester Derby. They haven't been losing games. They've just been drawing. But a draw, this point of the season, when you're competing on all 4 fronts, is like an L, my G. Big up to the General Darren. As a man, as my brother. Rustin, you're doing way too much. Low-key moving like a clown. Talking too much, not enough action. He's gonna learn, man. He's gonna learn quickly that this English media, the shit that he used to get away with Strasbourg, it ain't happening, bro. But then you look at these managers who Chelsea have hired, and then you kind of look at them and you understand that these guys wouldn't even have been in the job in Roman's Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Like Roman hired Frank because he's a club legend, and fired Frank while he's a club legend, and hired Tuchel, won the champs. But you think Roman would have hired Maresca? Hell no. Roman, he would have never hired Poch, Maresca, Potter. This guy, nah. Roman wasn't doing that. Roman would have been buying out contracts. He probably would have taken upon a Xabi Alonso based on what he did at Leverkusen. He would. But some of these men, I don't even think he knows that he's lucky to be in that job. As much as we shit on Arteta, he's lucky to be in the job. But based on his CV, Rustinha is not qualified for that job. I'm going to be honest. Funny, I give Spurs more chance to do a comeback than Chelsea. Really? Yeah, so nah. Chelsea actually have, Champions League heritage and pedigree, right? But the guy that has the Champions League pedigree and heritage has a hammy now, right? Shit, so. But nah. And I don't know, Yomi. I give Chelsea a pulse. I think Tottenham are completely dead. I don't think they have any chance. Disagree. Arsenal is not in Rustinha's head. No, I was talking along the lines of, if we draw Chelsea in the FA Cup next round, that in his head there's a mental block like, damn, I've played these guys 3 times and I have lost 3 times. I think that would be a mental block that he might fail to get over, right? But it looks like it's coming off the rails quickly, and it's the wrong club to be doing what he's doing, right? He can get away with the stuff he's doing at some clubs. Chelsea ain't one of them. He's in quicksand. So when Tottenham get relegated, who do I laugh at? No, toilet bowl to sit, fam. Nah, I can't have that. Nah, I need them relegated because they'll come back up at some point, Sheldon. And we can draw them in the FA Cup or the League Cup, and then we have the North London derby that way. But I need them down there to suffer. Put them down there, they can suffer, and then we can take them out of any big boy conversations that they think they belong in. You know what I mean? 20 likes, Bosh. Crystal Palace, not West Ham. That's who you have next. How no speedy Premier League left wing has destroyed Sobozo yet when he plays right backs speaks to his quality of positioning angles. McAllister is done. Grav was never a 6. The thing is, last year in the summer, there was a Liverpool fan that was a very faithful, loyal supporter of the channel, all the spaces. Guy named Mr. Barrett, LFC Monster was here. I had Loudmouth Football. Yudi was on here. He's a Liverpool fan. I had Dre LFC. And all these men was telling me that McAllister was world class. I felt like I was being jumped and I was throwing back. I'm like, nah, the fuck he ain't. Because as soon as this season started, not even 10 games in, they wanted him sold. What world-class players, by our standards of world-class players, you ever heard their fan base say they want him sold? At what point did any Arsenal fan say, you know what, we should sell Thierry Henry when he was in his prime? Because McAllister is supposedly in his prime. He's 25 or some shit, right? Now, world-class players don't come up for sale in their prime, bro. He was just a decent player who played well over the course of 38 games. But that wasn't he has to be world-class. No, he's not. He's the World Cup winner, so is Mustafi. There were too many of these Argentina men riding this World Cup tax. The World Cup tax was heavy on Messi, and it was heavy on Emi Martinez. Because Kolo Muani was clean through on goal. He picks a spot and beats Emi Martinez. It's a completely different conversation, and that World Cup tax all of a sudden don't run. If our squad wasn't injured last year, that PL was ours. I blame Mikel. The Arteta tax, the slot tax is over. Essentially, he just turned in Jurgen Klopp's homework. Now, this year, he has to do the maths himself, and it's not having it. Were you surprised there could be a captain comeback? Not surprised at all. I think he plays tomorrow. I think he features tomorrow somehow. And if he passes a fitness test, he might play and he might start in Eze whole bench. As you all remember, the first Champions League campaign, when the first knockout game when we went on pens, when we went away to Porto, we drew 1-1. We came back to, matter of fact, we lost 1-0. Yeah, Evan Nilsson goal. We came back to the Emirates. It was Odegaard who played well. He played well that game. He did play well. Had an assist for the Trossard goal, and we knocked him out on pens. We were expecting one of those performances, a moment of quality. Hopefully we get it from Gyökeres. We get it from Max. We might even get it from Starboy because he's starting. Saka played his worst Champions League game ever last Wednesday and is rewarded with a start on Saturday, and he is starting against Leverkusen tomorrow. So tomorrow might be a game where Mikel Arteta picks the team, and then we'll look at the team and be like, as much as we will slam Arteta for doing X, Y, and Z, tomorrow's game will more be down to the players. Because if you're Saka, you can't have 3 stinkers in a row, bro. You just got paid the bag. You've arrived. You reach the pinnacle of football as an individual. You want to be a professional footballer, and you want to be on a big contract to set up your family for generations to come. Okay, that block has been checked. That dream has been fulfilled. Now, get back to what got you that big contract, those performances. And if the gaffer is going to put all the trust in you, after he gave you up to an hour to unfuck yourself on Wednesday, you didn't. He gave you a start and 90 minutes at home against Everton. You didn't correct your performance. And he's going to give you another start tomorrow. Saka's starting tomorrow, people. Like, come on, there is no way a knockout game at home and he's starting. Nani back to the bench. Who he plays at left wing? Probably Martinelli. But I'm saying, Saka, tomorrow will be more on the players because Arteta is going to do what he's going to do. Unai doing Unai things. We told the Villa fans this. We had a front row seat to the Unai crumble. Bear in mind, Villa played on Thursday. United have a whole week off, and it showed. Fair point. Fair point, my guy. Wingers don't attack fullbacks anymore. It's a new trend. Yeah. None he does. None he attacks the shit out of his fullback and then he chips the ball into the goalkeeper's hands. Oh, yeah. The dream Raheem, you know. That guy. I want my gold star for predicting City West Ham 1-1. They're not beating Chelsea either. I reckon they lose. Now, if big you up. Even Turkey said on the Big Six the other day that Man City or he said West Ham or Chelsea, City aren't winning both. And he was right already. He didn't even get to the Chelsea game. But one more fuck up, Man City. You got one more in you. And the reason why I'm saying I'm not ready to say it's over yet because Man City have one more fuck up, you know. And I do believe that they do. But I also believe we do as well. We have at least one more in us. All these, we're in match week 31, right? 30-31. The rest of the Premier League is not just going to be this smooth, safe, perfectly paved road. There are one or two more bumps at this end of the season, right? The evidence is there. Playing West Ham back in October is not the same as playing them in March. Man City that's not. You know, Calafiore with the save. Yeah, hold your flowers, man. Do you think Roman would have hired Enrique as a manager? Hell yeah, he would have. These are the type of managers that he goes for. Like he doesn't believe in this, you know, project thing. And he wouldn't have been there on a lifetime contract either. If he was there doing a patch, he'd get the sack. Because I mean, he can handle pressure. You know, man coached up Barca, managed MSN. He can handle Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Luis Enrique can manage that bunch. He can manage this bunch. He can manage this lot. Man, sit Mbappe down and gave him the speech of his life. He can handle this bunch. You know? We beat Bournemouth. City don't beat Chelsea. Different conversation. Horn sounding, bells ringing. You know the rest. Big up to me, though. Hope you're good, man. Yeah, they did. They did. But we got them this year, though. We got them this year, man. Bruno Fernandes, one of the few genuinely world-class midfielders in this league. I think Bruno is having a good season. You know, world-class for me is different gravy, bro. You know, I just don't throw the world-class out. I think he's having a good season. But it stops there. Stop with this, he's the PFA Player of the Year shit. No. Your season was over in October, in August. He was a part of that Grimsby fuck-up. Your name is tied to that. You can't be PFA Player of the Year if you don't win none. No. He was a part of that Grimsby fuck-up. He was a part of the FA Cup where Brighton knocked him out. Now that there's no pressure, you playing one game a week, he's saucy. Okay, good. You're having a good season, but that shit ends there. This PFA Player of the Year shout, stop it. Let's look at the players who are performing for something with the pressure. Bruno's doing well, but there is no pressure there. Because no one expected shit from them, man, the way they started the season. Chelsea really lost something when Roman left. They left. What they lost was they lost the third greatest manager in the history, the third greatest owner in the history of sports. That's what they did when they lost Roman. The third greatest owner in the history of sports. I'll explain. Big up to me though, man. Big you up, my G. Appreciate that 99 cent. We up in that. Love, my G. Remember, stream loading for international break. We'll do some things there, and we'll have a chat. Igor on fire. He might win the Golden Boot before Haaland. How is Haaland? I swear Haaland's been on 22 goals for like 3 months or so. I swear. And this is the level, right? This is why strikers cost so much money. Because this guy scored 22 goals and he's having a poor season. He's on 5, 3, 4, 5. He's on the bag. I know that, don't know the numbers of his contract, but I know he's like north of 400. You know what I mean? He's having a poor season. He's on 22 goals. They weren't creating anything for him. And the 2 chances that he got, he's starting to scuff them. Gay kicking one out from that range. City look. I really think the way we won at the last minute there took the air out of them because they were checking, they were watching their phones, and for 89 minutes they were onto us. I didn't know McAllister before the World Cup final, and that's the only game I've rated him. To be fair, the biggest issue, he doesn't have legs to go over the ground, but he's been tidy going forward. Yeah, I watched him at Brighton, bro. I watched him at Brighton because Brighton was a damn farm ground for Premier League teams. McAllister, Caicedo, Basuma, Benjamin White, Dan Burn, Cucurella, Yao Pedro, Trossard. Those are players that they have lost over the past 3-4 years and still play the same brand of football. They're Stupinian. I think he is in Serie A now. The Sweet Prince is speaking on Sky Sports, y'all, ahead of Champions League. I'll catch up on those interviews later. Right now, I'm vibing with the BBK gang. That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? Who's winning baseball? I'm always going to root with the South American teams, Venezuela, they got a little bit of bite about them. I ride with them. These old guard players and his favorites just get in the way. I told you to hold bench and be squaddies. Yeah, it was. If you're Jesus and you're sitting there watching a 16-year-old come on and change the game, maybe you need to give him a brown envelope, my G. Saka stinkers because he's cracked and he knows it. Mind is willing, but the body is weak and broken. Yep, I know. I know that feeling. That's one of the reasons why I might not look like an old man, but this is one of the reasons I had to retire. When we're out there doing soldier things, there are things that the mind says, but the body just can't do. I can't hack it anymore. Leave it to the young man's game. But difference is, I'm 40 plus. Saka is 24. You know what I'm saying? He's slowly coming back into form. It'll take him another 6 months. But this is the thing. He is going to leave us and probably going to go to the World Cup. I think the only thing Saka needs, he needs rest, my bro. And he's not going to get it. It's a World Cup year. You know what I mean? It's all about who can fuck up the least between Arsenal and City. Yeah, City implosion. Did he? Well, I hear it, but he wouldn't have rejected a Romans Chelsea. Not twice. Because one, you're going to get a good contract. He's going to give you good players, so it increases the probability of you winning. And he's going to sack you, so you're going to get your money regardless. So you're going to sign a 4-year deal. You'll coach for 2, but you'll get paid for all 4. You know what I mean? And big up to Broski, Rican as well, for reing up. I just had my applause button, and then it wanted to disappear on me. But there you go. Big up, my bro. We got Mikel. You see that lineup on Saturday. That's the Mikel nonsense we're talking about. That's why our fuck-up happens. Nani is on form and gets moved to left wing. Shoehorn, because he's trying to play Saka back into form. This is why I don't have any pause about Saka not starting tomorrow. He is starting. Now, does he put Nani back over on the left side? He might. But he will move the entire team around to get Saka in there. He will put Saka he will play Nani right wing, put Saka in the 10, and play Eze left. I can see him doing that. We're talking about this version of Chelsea. Like back then, Roman would get the big dogs. And we have more leeway to fuck up. But yeah, we are definitely going to drop points too. I hear it. It's going to be funny if all 6 Premier League teams get knocked out in the UCL. It's possible. I know at least 3 going home for sure. And 2, strong possibility. Because obviously LFC Monster isn't here to answer for his crimes. But all of a sudden, Gallagher ain't looking too rosy. Operating from a deficit. They need a goal to get back in the game. We need a goal to advance. Cool. City are out. Chelsea are out. Tottenham are out. Newcastle are probably out. Asking these men to go to the new camp and win is a tall order, man. And we know, if a favorable call falls, a pen, it's gonna go Barcelona's way in it. Because if you are UEFA, You don't want Lamine Yamal getting knocked out the Champions League in the first round. No, 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 no. The world wants to see him in the final, right? The world wants to see a semifinal of Arsenal, Barcelona. They want that. So, if the world wants to see that and it gives us some favorable calls tomorrow, I'm hearing it. But this is a real possibility, which will seriously hurt the coefficient for Champions League spots. Ain't no way Bruno deserves play PFA if all the goals he cost us. The rough comes with the smooth. I hear it. Having a bad boy season though, but PFA Player of the Year, nah. Come on, Saeed, allow that. After Bowley said he didn't know fuck all about footy and was going after our targets because City wanted them. And this is the thing. This is like a real thing, right? Because obviously you have the money, you're gonna be in charge of something. But do you have the wherewithal to hire people who know more than you, right? You surround yourself with some smart people, you can do well. But this is probably why Luis Enrique and Nagelsmann said, nah. This season literally stinks of yet another place a second phase finish. Now, this one feels like we can actually do this one because we see City imploding right in front of our eyes. Normally, we give City a chance. We win, they win. We drop points, they would win. But we won yesterday, and they dropped points. So it looks like it's the juju has been inverted. Lampard to Chelsea in a year. So he brings up Coventry, depending on how he performs in Coventry. Because if he brings up Coventry and Coventry are on the cusp of going back down, they probably will sack him. And if it runs concurrently with Chelsea having a slow start, they might sack Liam, bring Frankie to steady the ship until they find their guy. But what if Fat Frank comes in and does a Carrick? Matter of fact, Mito, what you telling me about Carrick? You giving him the job or what? I can see Bruno is elite when he's in flow state. When he's in flow state and surrounded by clinical players, he cooks world class IDK. I won't argue with you about it, Joe. It's got no Brighton without Gross, Pascal Gross. Now, but Yomi, when I was naming players that they have lost recently or sold for big money while still playing the same brand of football and actually doing well in certain instances. Because they did knock Man United out the FA Cup at Old Trafford this year. But those are just the players that come to mind. I'm sure they've lost more. But Dan Burn, Benjamin White, Estupinian, Cucurella, Caicedo, McAllister, Basuma, Trossard, Yao Pedro. They've lost all those. You put those guys on the team together and probably compete for a European spot. SBBK. This is Clear Lake Chelsea that keeps getting rejected. Yeah, Roman was going to give you all the business. Big up to Gary. Do you think Diamond coming on was tactical, or he took the last ditch chance so he can? The fan can't say I think it was tactical. I'm actually going to get, and the reason why I say it was tactical is that it wasn't like for like. Because there's like for like doesn't reek of a tactical change in it, because you just need to get your message across. If your current right winger is not tired, he's not injured, and he's not getting your message across, you just communicate the message better for him to get it across. When you take off a DM, who we've been saying, take him the fuck off in games that we need to win, take off a defensive player, brings on that attacking player, and the attacking player has a part to play in both goals, I'll give him credit for it being tactical. I was in shock. Did you believe that he was going to take off? When you saw Max warming up, did you expect to see 36 go up in the red on the board? Hell no, I didn't. I damn near stood up and applauded. Like, what the? He took off a defensive player for an attacking player. Oh, shit. All of a sudden, Declan Rice looked like he started to enjoy winning the ball and passing it forward to the attackers, because he knows that there is attacking impetus this way. And I could just sit here and protect the back four while the boys go cook. Now, all of a sudden, Eze has more space. Men are ball watching. They were clearly ball watching and completely used out of Gyökeres. So I do believe it was tactical. It was a roll of the dice. Now let's see if he gets another chance. I don't think Max is going to be starting games week in, week out. Now he comes on in the game when the game needs a moment of quality and delivers it. Big up, man. Touch those likes, people. Abuse those likes. And big up to G Wills for the super chat. Big you up, my bro. Round of applause for you. Boom. There we go. Manas, Arteta's still a problem. Moved on to the right wing. Yeah, so he's going to move down into bench tomorrow. Now, how would you all feel if tomorrow he brings Saka back in the 10, play Nani right wing and play Eze left? And there'll be interchange there and all that stuff. But Saka is starting tomorrow, bro. He is. I can't see a world where he doesn't deserve to be based on merit, but I think he will. Real talk, 1 trophy is enough considering our position. Is or isn't? I don't want to hear any excuses that we weren't expected to challenge for all 4. 2 trophies or better is a must. I hear that, man. I hear that 100%. Hendo said, if the kitchen sink was on the subs bench, then Arteta would have thrown it. That man was a last chance roll of the dice. It was purely reactive, not proactive. Hey, Hendo has a different take. I can appreciate that. He looks so relieved. Anyone else notice that when Gyökeres scored, Arteta went and gave Kai Havertz the biggest hug he's ever gotten? Did anyone notice that? He ran to Kai. Like, you were shit. I'm taking you off. Gyökeres just scored, but he ran and hugged Kai. Maybe Kai was the only one in the vicinity that was looking for a hug, but he grabbed him. We've never had this type of cushion over City at this point in the race, assuming City win their game in hand. 6 points with 6 games should be a cert. Brother, do you know who our manager is? Even for generational bottlers, do you know who our manager is? But we'll say the 6 point, but we'll also add the 7 point goal, the 7 goal difference that we have as an extra point. So if it gets to a 3-game swing, then we can breathe easy. But do you know who our manager is, my bro? You know what I'm saying? Do you know who? I'll tell you what. I bet you know who E-Ross is, though. You don't know who our manager is, but you know the boss.
Maybach music.
Keep topping it up like you don't care. Make them know I'm being nice, this is move your waistline and make your face down here. Have the sweetest time, when the sun gone in, and the moon start shine.
Something in my heart says this isn't right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. When it drop, it stop there.
What's second class?
What you want?
First class.
Out in the street, they call it murder. Maybach music.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's only one thing that causes that, cause the Richter scale starts to rattle when E-Ross enters the chat, and the rest of you content creators, if I ever see you greet E-Ross the way I greet E-Ross, I will find you and I will deal with you. That is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Big up E-Ross every single time, twice on a Monday morning. My G. Big up E-Ross, man. Hendo says, until it's mathematically impossible for City to catch Arsenal, then my feet are firmly planted on the ground. More twists and turns to come. Man, this is the sign of a mature and a fan who's been done wrong by this club many a times. And here's the thing. I am starting to see it in group chats. It's starting to creep in. The fans who are super negative need to stop that shit. We just need to shut the fuck up with that. You might need to stop it, because we were right last year, and we were right the year before that, and we were right the year before that. We have never came into your group chats. We never came into your chat rooms and your comment sections and said we were right. So this year, should we get over the line? You might need to chill with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, this is like telling us that we can't celebrate because we've been critical of the manager. You know what this is like? This is like a damn chick with 6 kids finally finds some sucker to take care of them. Then you want to shame the guy who said, you know what, you got too many kids for me. I'm sorry. I want my own DNA looking back at me when I see my kids. You know what I'm saying? Them men are like, you man didn't believe. Kill that shit. It's amazing to me that the fans that who are demanding that we win are called negative. What kind of shit is that? I know we live in an inverted football society now, but let's not invert common sense and call wanting to win negative. That is crazy to me, and it's cringe. You know what I'm saying? Where am I at? Done got lost. Got wound up there for a second. You know what I mean? They seek him here and seek him there. I just don't see Liverpool monster anywhere. He'll be back tomorrow when they get over the line. If they do the remontada on Gala, he'll be back. But we keep the powder dry. We'll cook LFC monster at the next time. You cannot run the cooking. You know, you cannot run the stream. You can avoid the stream, but you cannot and will not outrun the cooking. And speaking of cooking, god damn, Sheldon, sweet baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
W's for the Brian in the chat. W's for the Chelsea boss. The Chelsea fan who dishes out accountability. You know what I mean? Big up to Yasser. I need to check out Yasser later and see what he's saying. But big up to Brian, man. You're far too kind, my G. Where we at? E-Ross in the building. We done became casualties of E-Ross, you know. Arteta had to take Zubi off because he was utterly useless and anonymous. Daman actually did more in 15 minutes than Zubi did in 75. I agree. But the fact that he took off a defensive player for an attacking player. Now, I have criticized Mikel for time when I said, when's the last time you see Mikel made a tactical adjustment that influenced the game in a positive way? Yesterday he did it, or Saturday he did it. Because that was a tactical change, whether it was forced or not, that impacted the game in a positive way because Dalman was involved in both goals. Even though Nketiah got the dick assist, the quality of the ball. We always say in the NFL, there's no defense for the perfect pass. I don't care how good the cornerback is. If you throw your receiver open, he's open. So there was no defense for that pass. The keeper couldn't get to it. Defenders couldn't get nowhere near it. That's what it's about. So, you know, when we beat Arteta with the stick, you know, it's validated by the fact that we give him credit when he does something right. Now, he was late with it because he did put us through 89 minutes of pain. We can't just gloss over the performance. This was a classic. Don't let the 2-0 performance cover up the cracks because the cracks were there. Men were ready to come on stream and crash out. People had to delete tweets, had to delete Instagram posts, Facebook posts. All of them things were ready. But Max delivered. And all that shit had to get deleted. I said earlier this season that this gradient movement, 3 years of momentum, we win it regardless of our Arteta, regardless of how we play. So yeah, it's just too much built up. It's the avalanche effect. Now, if that avalanche effect rolls motherfuckers over, because the 5 games that we're talking about clinch, we could clinch the league at home against Fulham on May 9th. May 9th or May 2nd, whenever we play. You know what I'm saying? We could win the next 5 Premier League games, Arsenal. Make us proud. Surprise us with 5 badass performances. Matter of fact, Arsenal Football Club, and I don't know if the chat agrees, but I will say it right now. We will forego Champions League performances. We will even accept not getting to the final and all that shit being on the weaker side of the bracket if you win the next 5 Premier League games. What we saying? You all agree? Would you take getting knocked out the goddamn Champions League against Leverkusen for 5 Premier League wins in the Premier League title in May? Thinking about it. Damn shit, because I don't think we're winning the Champions League any fucking way. So if we get knocked out now, oh well. But 5 Premier League wins guarantee, I'm taking that deal. Because I already have us winning the Carabao. Big up to Sam. Love my bro. Just to Sam. Big you up, my G. Anas amanas. Appreciate the raid. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday on the Bruised Banana, my guy. I'm there. Arteta will turn dominant to Odegaard. He's just not had enough time yet. You know what? I wonder what Ethan thinks. Ethan has probably send this to Max in a group text and be like, bro, you know he's gonna get rid of you. You keep doing all that flair shit. You know? But the fans, maybe we could put our damn foot on his neck and say, you better not. You better not. You know. We tolerate you getting away with it when you did what you did to Ethan, but we will not let you get rid of this kid or MLS. Have to put our foot down. It's kind of hard if he's winning Premier Leagues though, but still. Both these things can be true. Big up to E. Ross, man. Ethan was dominant until Arteta got involved. There's something there. E. Ross in the building, man. E. Ross in the building on the back of a 2-0 win. It's love. Now, if your good luck turns into bad luck, you've had still got a long season ahead. 7 games. You know, and only once. I think we only leave London once for 7 games, or Premier League games wise, right? And that's the game to Manchester. Yeah, man, big up. He told you Kai got something on Arteta. Kai starts tomorrow. He probably starts tomorrow as well. Yuck is gonna be turned into a super sub. Yeah, I realized that shit pissed me off. Out of everyone. Out of anything he could hug. Oh, okay, you go to Havertz. Even though I know he was right behind it, he ran to Havertz right out and was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's have a sword fight. My striker, Yuck, was involved in both goals, you know. Yuck, yeah, listen, Yuck did the striker's thing, right? He had to be where he had to be. You know what I mean? The ball is going. Everyone's watching the ball. Yeah, hey, let me just slip right on the line. You can call it a topping all you want. I'll call it the Yuck factor. Yep. He woke up this morning and he found himself a goal. Found himself a motherfucking goal. And this right here, what you are seeing is everyone paying homage, paying their taxes to motherfucking E. Ross. Yomi calls it glazing. We call it Maybach music. Nah, man, it's just 90s dancehall. You know, you can't play 90s dancehall without playing some of those songs. The songs are not for E-Ross. It's just a tribute to 90s dancehall. Yeah, you're right. We gotta big up E-Ross some more, man. And big up to Brian for that. That's love. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Yeah, you know what? That's a bar right there. W for Brian. They don't get it. We believe in the squad, not the coach. That's 2 different things. Yeah. And if you're gonna call us super negative and because we don't believe in super Mick, then you are just super stupid. You know. So Tony Claude. It's the Tony Claude with the B word. Just believe and don't delay the inevitable. I tell you, Tony, when I believe, you will know. But it won't be this month. Yeah, because we don't play another Premier League game until what? April 11th, Bournemouth. Is it Bournemouth away? No, Bournemouth at home. Yeah, we don't play another Premier League game for time. So we by the time that time comes around, we will possibly have a Carabao Cup. We may well have advanced in the Champions League, not given. Leverkusen has something to say about that. And we will be in the FA Cup semifinal. And I'm putting chest on that. We'll be in the FA Cup final. We are not about to let Southampton do this madness, right? Yeah, man. So, BBK, have Arsenal won the league in your opinion? Yes or no will do? No. No. It's not an emphatic no, but it's a no. Tony Claude is saying yes. I'm saying no. Not yet. The D assist. Yeah, bro. He fucked the ball. Fucked it. Big up to Madrid Sam, man. Bless up. Bless up. The final City's best possibility and only chance of a trophy. Got to make Bernardo cry. That little bitch. You know what? He's on 9 yellow cards already. Him, Caicedo, and I think couple other players are on 9 yellow cards. So another yellow card before match week. Is it match week 32 or 34? I know the rules experts hang out in the chat sometimes, but I know it's 5 yellow cards up until the 19th, the halfway mark. And then if you get 10 by match week 32 or 34, I'm not sure, you get a 2-match ban. So Bernardo Silva gets another yellow card between now and the 32nd or the 34th game, whichever one it is. He is out, and that could hurt them as well. It could definitely hurt Chelsea if Caicedo has to go out for 2 more games for yellow cards. That's mad, you know. Big up to Madrid to Sam, man. I know he's having a roller coaster season, you know. I don't know what Madrid is doing to our young brother Sam. For Arsenal situations, yeah, I'll take it. I hear it. We're beating Leverkusen and getting those 5 wins. Whew. We only need 4, because if we beat City, it's over. You know what I'm saying? If we beat City, then it's because they fall within those next 5 games. Hey, I hear it, man. But you know what? Now that we're expecting a cagey game and we're expecting squeaky bum, asshole, glued shut, and all that shit against Leverkusen, this is the time that Arsenal might go out and blow them out of the water. When we're not expecting a big performance from this team, this is what we usually get, right? Except when it's Tottenham. When it's Tottenham, we expect a big performance and a big result, and we've gotten that. But everybody else, it's usually been Jekyll and Hyde. VBK, nothing is rolling anywhere. We are champions soon. Do you disagree? I don't disagree, Tony. I'm just saying I'm not see it yet. We're not see it yet. I'll declare it when I'll be lying to you right now if I believe that a 3-point lead is safe with 15 to play for, and it could very well be that. The numbers, right? Well, love numbers, how you can manipulate them to tell any story you want to tell. But the 9 points can turn into 6 if they win their game in hand. That 6 points can turn into 3 if they beat us at the Etihad, which is in match week 33. That leaves us 5 more match weeks with a 3-point gap. I'm saying pause out. I've asked Sammy, Gianni, all the key players who I stream with every now and then. I asked them, do you believe that Newcastle can beat anyone on any given Sunday, home or away? And they said yes. And there was a reason. You see the Chelsea performance on Saturday. This is why. That's why, because they've done it. They proved that they can win home or away. Newcastle is the game we have after Man City, not the cup final, in the league. So we do have some tough fixtures left. We saw West Ham away. Man City just not an easy fixture. All right. While it's fresh in our minds, Endo, I know you can hear and I know you can appreciate this. While it's fresh in our minds, let's look at the results across the league, and we have to go to these grounds, and it's not always smooth. Yep. We just saw City go to West Ham away and not win. We have to go there as well. We just saw Newcastle turn up to London and win. They're coming to us. Difficult. So not yet. Ain't kept here repping style speed. Yeah, but I don't need to use my hand, my feet, none of that. Yeah, but they had that big old, it was some bromance going on there, Eros. You see it? Romance between Mikel and his striker. We win in the league, Darren, 100%. The other comps, I can't say. Well, I'll tell you what, I have chest for the Carabao Cup. The way you feel about the league, I feel about the Carabao. I'm saying yes for the Carabao, not yet for the league. So, hey, listen, there's going to be a party. If Kai starting, nothing is happening in the first half again. But you don't put any like German opposition thing like Kai had his best season as a professional footballer playing for that team. Kai had his best performance as a professional footballer playing against German opposition in Bundesliga when he was younger. He's supposedly a better player now, and there's still German opposition. So maybe against German opposition, he can do, I don't know. But let me have a look of what FootMob has projected to start tomorrow and see if we agree. Yeah? Let's see what. He has Mascara projected to start at right back. So Timber might be serious, but we wouldn't be surprised if we see Timber play. Give him an injection and throw him back out there. We have known for doing that. Saliba, Gabriel, and Capia, yeah. Zubimendi Rice, his default midfield. Saka right wing, Eze in the 10, Martinelli, Gyökeres. That's what's projected to start. Except for Timber at right back, that's essentially the same team. So I don't know. But yeah, man, the community loves you back, my bro. Big you up. Maybe he hugged him and said, "You're out of here." Now he hugged him and said, "You're still my guy. You're still my guy. I know he just scored and possibly won us the league, but you're still my guy. You still have a big part to play." I think Odegaard and Jesus get moved on to in the summer. Yeah, it's damning. Now I'm glad that he brought up Max and Max did the thing, but Max came on and changed the game, so it was the right decision in the end. Max came on and looked like Gabriel Jesus versus Manchester United at home in September 2023 when he sent Dallo sliding. Because he did leave Dewsbury Hall for dead on the halfway line. I don't like how the highlight just skip over that part and just show the goal. They show the header away from the one defender, show the quick feet that leave Dewsbury Hall on his ass for dead in the build-up. Tony, I feel giddy. BBK scores. I feel giddy. Listen, when Tony launches, unbearable settings this summer for rivals. He got the sparkle in his eyes only you get when you're about to open up a honey bun. The jumbo ones, yeah, the jumbo honey buns. They should be illegal. How sweet those things are, But if the question is, hey, you're getting knocked out the champs and you're guaranteed your next 5 wins to win the Premier League, I'll take it because hand on heart, I don't think we win the Champions League. I don't think we have the coach or the heritage built up or the know-it-all, the winning mentality to do it yet. So if we're in the same position next year in the Champions League on the weaker side of the bracket, but we are Premier League champions, Carabao champion, we've won, we've had a parade. This team is loaded with winners. Then why the hell not? Bernardo's suspension is a blessing to City. He's always at the crime scenes. We need him to keep playing. Okay, I hear that shout. But the thing is, he has moments in him, innit? He'll be shit for 89 minutes and then have these big moments in it. 28 likes. Can we get to 30 nice and decent people? I want to win the UCL too. I'm like a homeless man at a buffet shelter. Yeah, you know what you're like? You're like that family member in the States when it's Thanksgiving, that family member that don't cook shit, don't bring anything to the table, don't bring any food, and show up with like 3 or 4 to-go bowls. And they pack up everything. They pack, 5 pounds of rice, all the oxtail, all the goat, and leave. Yeah, you ain't leaving nothing on the bone. Your Bernardo gets the yellow. That's you should be in the team. Yeah, you better go in on Bernardo. Pause. Has he been that bad? I know he hasn't been up to the level, but has he been that bad? That he is it'd be a subtraction, addition by subtraction. That's what we're saying about Bernardo. World-class Bernardo Silva. Because the Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne midfield was serious, That Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Rodri midfield in their prime had Phil Foden making bit parts appearances looking like he's a world beater when he was really a passenger. Because teams were so focused on stopping that midfield, Phil Foden would have acres of space to roam, to pick up the ball facing the goal and all this other shit. So yeah, I hear it, but I didn't know it was that poor this year. Nobody behind Jesus or Havertz. Tomorrow I'm gonna see Arsenal ex-admin tweet. Bring your noise, gimmick. Bring your game. That's what they need to bring. Bring your A game, Saka. You specifically. Bring your A game because we need to see something. Like after the contract, he scored against Brighton, yeah, when the keeper had that blunder, and ever since then it's been long for Saka. He needs to fix up, man. Win that UCL to shut up the mother London clubs with their stupid Euro champion song. I hear that shout. But if you become a perennial winner, it happens. You know what I mean? It happens because we were 2 years removed from a Premier League title. We were in a Champions League final because we had big winners in the squad. But 7 cup finals with different challenges and different challengers. Big up my bro, the Waffle Don. The Cousteau said every fixture is tough. Facts, even Bournemouth at home. They're gonna give us hell. So that's why I'm not it's done yet. No. Now, if Man City continue to do Man City things and drop points to Forest at home and then to West Ham away, one more. They do one more. then I might. But Tony never learns. He's ingrained at this point. Broski says the difference, Arsenal don't ever lose more than 4 games in a season. Look back to 22-23. Yeah. Over the past 4 years, we have lost what? 18 games over the past 4 years? Premier League games? Just for context, Tottenham lost 22 games last year alone. You know what I mean? So we needed that out the Premier League, but Liverpool decided they want to be Captain Save-A-Hole and want to give these men a chance to stay up in the Premier League. And for that, Liverpool, I'm not liking it.
You pussy wall, yo.
I'm not. You had one job. You know what I mean? And if I go around the spaces today and I see LFC Monster in any of the chats,
No shot, not this blood clot. No.
no shot. Matter of fact, that's not just me. Any of you, if you see LFC Monster anywhere today, no shot. Don't make him hide. You know, notice I ain't seen Anfield the Red either. Draws is the problem. Yep. And we're at what? 7 draws right now? 7? And yes, Sunday could have been 8, or Saturday could have been 8. But you know, the max tax. Hey, I can see Arteta prioritizing the league. He's not savvy or cunning enough to go for all 4. Yeah. And you know what? If he had like an experienced assistant, you know what I mean? And as for example, when JJ Redick gets hired by the Lakers, which he's completely unqualified for, man got the biggest job in basketball because he did a podcast with LeBron. He's LeBron's friend. But even he was smart enough to surround himself with experienced coaches. Imagine if Arteta had someone who's no longer at their prime, but have won a couple of experience, whether in assistants or as a top dog, but they don't want to be head coach or managers anymore. Experience on the staff. I think that would help us. But there's a reason why this shit has never been done. You know, yeah, you had us losing. I think we do get by tomorrow, you know. Yeah, I think we can't have all the goddamn Premier League teams go out, bro. You know what I'm saying? We have to make an account of ourselves. Is right. So we can say, imagine all 5 teams go out except us. Then, you know, add that to our Premier League charge, and we can say Arsenal are carrying the Premier League in Europe right now. Bernardo is dusty. Man, you man are harsh on Bernardo. So that's it for him, yeah. He's gone. Yeah, maybe I thought we'd drop points against Everton and sit back all game, but we showed some intent. Let's see. 89 minutes of squeaky bum, bro. You know. After watching what he done with Ethan, i.e. loaned him out for experience after the summer window, let's hope he doesn't loan Diamond out because of experience in inside. Yeah, and this is the thing. Ethan proved last year that he belonged in this Premier League. And Max is proving right now that he belongs in this Premier League. You know, don't rob our eyes of that brilliance that we need to see. You know, you saw how everyone reacted in the Mansfield game. The game was so dead, and he was the one that was doing attacking player things. And it's not a fluke at this point. I know it's not a massive sample size, but there's a reason he looks so damn good every time he comes on. So the quality is there. Now, at 16, you don't know football. So the requisite skills are in his feet. It's natural to him. He just needs to grow into his body. I was shocked that the boy is 6 feet tall at 16. I didn't know he was that tall. So he's going to probably grow a little bit. We didn't finish growing at 16. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to end up being like 6'2". But he needs to develop the game here. Not saying he's dumb or anything, but at 16, you don't know football at the highest level. So the skills are there physically. The mental makeup matches that. We have us a world-class player. No doubt. You know that there's debate around Saka being world-class, Saliba being world-class, this guy being trajectory, this kid is going that way. Anything is possible. KG style. Anything is possible. That kid has the ability to see which leg the defender weight is on. Elite. And that's the thing, right? That makes the decision for him. You plant the weight on this, you're going this way, I'm going the other way. It's physics, directional shift. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Khawaja, big yo, man. Toucan. Yeah, man. Enough shot. Yeah, they're friends. They do a podcast together. He's never coached before, never managed, but he has the biggest job in basketball. I don't know how he. Well, we know how. He's friends with LeBron. You know, bringing in Hines was a step. Fresh out. Yeah, man. Enough shots in this blood clot. No. Anyone can name a job that anyone is doing for 7 years and still seen as inexperienced. Yeah, I've rebuffed that theory many times. The assembled. Because even pilots who sit in the first officer seats, they don't fly for 7 years before they become captains. You fly for 7 years, you developed enough hours to be a captain of your own damn Boeing 777 aircraft or your Airbus A380. You know what I mean? If you drive trucks, when you don't have as much experience on the road as someone who's been driving big rigs for 24 years, but 7 years in, you know something. You know, you're not a rookie anymore. You know, when I was 7 years in my career, I was seasoned. Didn't know as much as I did when I hit 17 years, but 7 years is a big sample size for you to learn, you know, sharpen your teeth, holding your craft, and all them something there. Enough shot. Yeah, rather Charlie. You remember them ones? Had was it FA Cup or EFL Cup game where he was good? Eddie was good in that game as well. Charlie Petito. And then, you know, yeah. But this guy has something. Like when people usually ask about the world class thing, I usually liken it to pornography, and I usually say I don't know the textbook definition of pornography. Like if you ask me, I'd probably say adult explicit content, but I'm sure the dictionary says something else. But I'm saying I know pornography when I see it. I don't know the exact definition of it by the book, but the same thing for world class players. I don't know what the definition of world class is. I know it when I see it. And you know, when I saw Zidane play, that guy's world class. He has everything, checks every box. Saka could have made that run, prove me wrong. Oh, could not have made that run. Not at that point in the game. Maybe if it came on as a sub, you know. But were you in the military when Top Gun came? Nah, nah. I came in 2001. 2001 to 2026. So, yeah, so 25 years, more than half my life. But big up to Toronto Guna. Patino reminds me of that chick that got murdered by her boyfriend. Oh, wow. Fuck. Hey, listen. Oh, God. Wahaha, man. Listen, this is what happens when you get knocked out of the competitions early and you got a coach that's playing some good football and you're surging up the table. You know what I'm saying? And and you doing your thing. I told y'all watch out for Wahaha when he comes into his troll mode. And his troll mode was going to be this part of the season because United are cruising in the third. Cruising. And shit, they came to the Emirates and took 3 points from us. And we scored first. You know, it was mad. But yeah, man, it's Petito. We still, yep, you could call it blue movie growing up. Yes, Sheldon, tell them, man, blue movie. Nothing for the blue movie. And blue drives pudding. Nothing blue about it. Now, was she? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's still hiding, man. But if you ever see him in the spaces, tell him we're looking for him. He has to come to the carpet and answer for his crimes against football. You had one job, LFC Monster. Yes, people. Love. Damn, I was supposed to do an hour and a half more over that. This is the vibe, you know. The chat, legendary, but you know, family in town and all them something that I gotta go get my day started. I gotta go make breakfast with my big sister before she turns into Godzilla. And I'm gonna take her around the city and show her the Pacific Northwest and Seattle. Yeah? Big up to every one of you. Friend, well, yeah, so many of these promising youngsters ended the same way. It's love, man. But big up to every single one of you absolute legends in the chat. You know I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
the long hair comes. First things first, I pop freaks all the honey, dummy, playboy bunnies, those wanting money.
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes. Jesus, the notorious just. Please us with your lyrical thesis. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Sicker than your average. Papa twist cabbage on instinct. Niggas don't think shit, stink pink gators. Spit your game, talk your shit, grab your gap. Spit your game, talk your shit.
Sky's the limit and you know that you can have what you want. Bring it what you want. Sky is the limit.